So welcome. This is another episode of Chopping It Up with MG. Today I got a very special guest, my homegirl Tionna Smalls.
Tionna Smalls.
She's in the house. So Tionna, tell the people about you who don't know who Tionna Smalls is.
Hi everybody, I'm Tionna Smalls. Many of you guys probably know me from VH1 or MTV or Fox as a TV personality. I am a TV personality, but I am now a real estate agent, and I'm sitting here with MG, the money guy, and we're going to school y'all on some real estate game.
That's right, that's right. So listen, first question I want to ask you, being the fact that you're coming from TV, you have all these multiple businesses, how in the hell are you managing all of these businesses, a TV career, and real estate?
Well, basically, I got in real estate when things kind of like slowed up for me on television, so I was able to really go hard with the real estate. And what I do now is I got rid of a lot of businesses that weren't bringing me the revenue that I wanted to have.
Okay.
You know, I might have had it a long time, or I might have loved it, but if it's not bringing me the right revenue, I kind of like got rid of it and made real estate my priority.
Okay.
And a lot of people are like, wow, you know, real estate, you don't get paid until you sell houses, so why would you give up things like that? Because I believe in my ability, and I also love the real estate game.
Yeah.
So if you love it, you're gonna make your money, and that's exactly what I did. So it's hard juggling sometimes, especially I have a little 2-year-old baby, but I make it happen.
You're a superwoman.
I'm superwoman.
So how many businesses do you have right now? What's currently operating? Talk to us. So tell us about your ventures.
Okay, well, everybody know I own a cafe called the Tea Room.
Where's it at?
It's in Brooklyn.
Okay.
I'm moving it out of Brooklyn, and I'm moving it out of state where I'm going, because I'm moving out of state.
You're leaving us? Wait, hold on. You're leaving us?
I'll still be selling New York real estate,
Okay.
but I'm moving to the suburbs to raise my son. My husband and I are moving to the suburbs.
Okay.
You already know that we have a barbershop as well, and I have a plus size boutique online, and got a lot of different things going on. I'm also an author, in case you don't know that, so I get my royalty checks, and you know I put the royalties in my son's bank account.
Smart.
So I don't have to worry about his bank account, so he's getting money and I'm getting money in my sleep. So a lot of different multiple businesses, but now I'm just ready for that next level, because I became a real estate agent so I could become a real estate investor. So that's another reason why I'm moving out of state, to become a real estate investor.
Smart. New York is overpriced and
I can't afford it. I can't afford it. I can't be that.
But you know what though? I like the fact that you're keeping it real though.
Yeah,
because
I can't do it.
It's expensive as hell.
It's too expensive when I can get 10 houses for that out of state.
Basically.
So I'm good. I'm not with it. I'm not with the New York hustle.
So now how long have you been a realtor for?
I've been a realtor on paper since August. So less than a year.
2018.
Yeah, less than a year.
So you're not even a year yet.
No.
So how are you, like, what advice would you give to new realtors that's coming into the business that have multiple businesses already?
Yeah.
Like, what advice would you give them on juggling everything?
I think they have to prioritize, you know what I mean? Because with real estate, you have to be able to keep up with your customers, your clients rather. You have to be able to be out there showing houses, and you have to be able to go out there and network, you know, because that's what real estate is all about.
Absolutely.
So if you have a few businesses that's not making any money, or a few ideas that you're trying to develop and it's not making no money, get rid of them until you get your real estate career together.
You gotta archive them, right?
Yes, or press pause. Sometimes you gotta press pause until it's time to go. Everything's not always time to go right away.
All right, so
there's a lot of things I want to do, but sometimes I gotta be like, all right, Tionna, chill.
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta zone in.
I'm zoning in now, yeah.
So real estate, right? With you being a new real estate agent, what are your goals besides investing? Because we know
that's my main goal.
You know that's the main goal. But as far as your real estate business, the everyday helping people, like what is your goal for your business? What are you trying to accomplish? Are you trying to own your own company? Are you trying to build a team?
Well,
where are you trying to go with it?
Well, right now I want to take 3 years to just be an agent. I've been a boss since I was 22 years old, always up there finding my own way. So I have no interest in being a broker until I said I'm gonna give myself 3 years to be a broker. So eventually, yes, I do want my own real estate coming. I mean, do you see the checks that you have to give your broker? It's ridiculous. So eventually I do want to become a broker, but right now my everyday business is just helping the everyday man or woman get into homes, because rent, especially in the New York City area, is ridiculous.
Absolutely.
I think also it's the American dream to get a home, and I think that I want to teach people, the everyday people, that it is possible that you could get a house, and teach them about the financial part of it, because it's not as easy as everybody make it seem. Like getting a house, that is a big purchase.
Absolutely.
And I, you know, what I do, I say, my name is Tionna Smalls. I put the real in real estate. I keep it real with my clients. And I try to help them by any means get to their goals.
Absolutely. So
kids deserve to be in a home.
I agree with that 110%.
Yeah.
So now with you educating on the financial piece, right?
Yeah.
What loan products are you seeing out there that your customer base is using?
Well, A lot of people that want to be my clients, they want the FHA loan, of course.
Okay.
3% down, 3.5% down. If you have the credit. Another thing is that we deal with a lot of fixing the credit too.
Okay.
Because I also fix credit as well, or help them with their credit. You know what I mean? So they can get qualified for a loan. So I'm seeing a lot of the FHAs. I'm seeing a lot of the conventional loans too. 5% down on a conventional loan.
You can't go wrong with that.
But just remember, guys, if you're paying under 20%, you will be required to pay PMI. So that's private mortgage insurance. So just know that there's a catch to everything.
Absolutely.
But if you can't afford 20% down, it's not like it was back in the day. Back in the day, you had to put 20% down.
Absolutely.
Now they have all these great options with money guys like him that can help you get a home for less than 20% down. I think that's wonderful.
Yeah, I think, what I like to tell everybody, right, is OPM. Other people's money all day long. So why use, even if you have 20%,
right? Why
use the 20%?
Right.
What I try to teach my consumers is, listen, focus on the payment. Can you afford the payment at putting down 5% or 10%? Why use all of your money to put down on the house and now you're broke? Now you're house rich and you're cash poor.
Or I call it house poor. I mean, there's a lot of people that have a house and they are paying mortgages that's unbelievable. I mean, you're talking about $3,000. That's a rate that nobody's gonna be able to give you if you don't have it.
Yeah.
Your mama might be able to help you one time with $3,000, but she ain't gonna be able to help you twice or three times with that.
And that's why I like to focus on multifamily.
Right.
Because multifamily, especially here in New York, the way the rents are just continuously going up and going up and going up.
They'll help pay your mortgage.
They'll help you pay your mortgage, and then also you're creating a legacy for you and your family because now you're able to still save money, live your life. If you want to go on vacation, you can go on vacation. Whatever it is.
I love multifamilies as well.
Absolutely.
I think it's a great investment, especially if you're in the New York City area, and it helps take money off your mortgage. So they'll add that income from the second apartment or third apartment and put it towards your
we can use it to help you qualify. So in New York, we have Brooklyn is absolutely fucking ridiculous.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
Right? So you got two families going for $1 million plus.
Right.
But you may be able to get $3,000, $3,500 for one of those units.
One of them, yeah.
Now, if your goal is to have a $3,000 payment and you can afford that, but now your tenant is kicking it half, now you're reaching your goals and you can buy that $1 million.
And now that's like the amount you've been spending in rent anyway.
Absolutely.
Or probably lower.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's why I think it's so important to get your own home, because I feel like you're going to pay somebody's mortgage. It might as well be yours.
Absolutely. I agree 110%. And also, if you can have someone else paying your mortgage,
that's even better.
And you're living for damn near free.
Right.
Why not?
Why not?
So here in New York, New Jersey area, I always recommend, especially first-time home buyers, go with the multifamily, because most of them, they want to come out here to Long Island, right? Everybody wants to go to the suburbs, but the taxes are crazy. But I tell people all the time, why are you looking for $10,000, $12,000 in taxes, and your child may be 1 year old? 2 years old. You're paying for a school district that they're not going to go to for another 5 years.
Well, they say you can fight the school district tax. They claim you can fight it.
You can do like what they call like the STAR program.
Yeah, the STAR program.
You can get a discount, but the discount is only about $2,000, if that, depending on the taxes.
It's still too high.
But it's still too high.
And then it's also a one family. Most properties in Long Island are one families.
Absolutely.
So if something goes wrong financially, you'll have to move out and rent out your whole house to keep it.
Absolutely. But here's the thing though, right? What a lot of people don't know is even if you buy a one family, what's popular out here, you have mother-daughters. It's a legal one family, but it gives you a legal accessory unit. We can now treat those like two families.
Right.
And use that potential rental income from that separate unit or that accessory unit to help you qualify.
Do a lot of properties in Long Island have that extra property?
Not a lot, but
I'm not saying because I haven't seen them.
Not a lot, but you have in certain areas and certain towns, you will have those homes that are considered mother-daughters, more like high ranches and stuff like that will be considered a mother-daughter.
And they have like the basement, you can rent out the basement too.
You can rent it out, and now as a lender, we can use that because now the guidelines like Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, you can't do it with FHA yet, but you can only do it with Fannie Mae, a conventional loan. They will allow you to use that to help you qualify. So they're now catching up.
They're catching up. So
people rent out their basements. People rent out this. So now we're able to use that to help qualify.
The state is helping you with that also in the boroughs, especially in Brooklyn and especially in my area, East New York. That if you have a basement, the city is now going to help you get the basement renovated properly so it could be up to code so you can rent it out legally. Now.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't know that. You have any information on that?
I'll email you the information about it. So they've been hitting us up, telling us that if somebody has a basement, the city will help you put it together and fix it up so it could be up to code. But remember that means they're gonna know that you're renting out your basement. So remember that they know you're getting that extra income.
Absolutely,
right?
Absolutely. So that information I'm gonna post once she sends it over to me.
Yeah, I'll send it to you.
I think that's a great.
Yeah, it's amazing.
So
it's helping a lot of homeowners.
No, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this now: I know me dealing with a lot of home buyers. A lot of home buyers make silly mistakes that cause them from getting approved for a mortgage.
Oh God!
So what advice can you give these home buyers out there, like the do's, what not to do when you're trying?
You mean the don'ts?
Or the don'ts, I
right,
should say.
the don'ts.
What don'ts?
Okay.
What shouldn't you do?
Oh God, we talk about this all the time.
All the time.
Because we have this in common. It really irks us and it really grinds my gears when someone has applied for a mortgage. They don't understand that their credit is going to get ran twice. Once to see if you pre-approve, and second to make sure that loan goes through. Am I right?
Correct.
So if you're in the middle of being approved for a mortgage, you cannot go out there and say, oh my God, it's so cold, I'm sick of my car, I'm going to go out there and get me a truck.
Oh,
right there, you just changed your debt to income ratio.
Absolutely.
You ran your credit again, so that means the inquiry on that alone that made it went down.
Absolutely.
And then you're get mad when you don't get approved for the loan.
Absolutely.
Because you change a dynamic in your income, you change the dynamic of your debt, you change the dynamic of your credit score.
Absolutely.
Just that quick.
Yes.
So
don't buy the furniture yet.
Don't buy the furniture yet.
Like, wait.
Don't go and say, oh, you know what, I'm about to get my house, so let me go to Ashley Home Store and make sure I run my credit so I get that new bed and that new furniture. It just doesn't go like that. I want all of you guys that approved or got pre-approved for a loan to be patient and trust the process and trust your agent. And that's another thing I want you guys to do. Stop going on Zillow and telling me what Zillow told you. Oh, Tionna, I got pre-approved for $400,000. Zillow have 10 houses in Brooklyn for $400,000. Don't believe Zillow. Don't believe these online sites. They be lying to you guys, and then you want to come to me with the $400,000 pre-approval and be mad I can't find you a house.
Absolutely.
That is not the market. Let's talk about the market very quickly.
Yeah, let's get into it.
If you're looking for a house in Brooklyn, New York, okay, even Queens, New York, you're looking at $550 and up. For Brooklyn,
for one family.
We talking about for one family.
Yeah.
This is for one family.
Yeah. And that's a fixer.
Basement. Right. I'm just saying on a low end, you're looking at $550. That means you got to put in a good $60,000. But if you want a house that's move-in ready, you're looking at $650. Bottom line. So don't come with your $400,000 pre-approval and think I'm lying to you that there's no houses in your market. And also, don't be afraid to go out an hour to Westchester County and get you a nice house, 3 bedrooms for $300,000 out there. You can get that in Westchester County.
You know what though, and I'm glad you brought that up, right?
Gotta be able to travel.
I think people have to get out of this idea and
everything is Brooklyn and Queens.
Everything has to be Brooklyn and Queens, right? There's a lot of areas that's available.
Yes.
Where if you're pre-approved for X, Y, and Z amount of dollars, you may not find that in your ideal location. But listen, you got to think outside the box. Do you want to wait on the sidelines and continue to rent? Or do you want to purchase a home?
And wasting money to rent because all you're doing is just dipping in your savings up there, paying your rent. Next thing you know, you don't even have the same amount of money anymore.
Absolutely.
So you have to you have to branch out, especially if you have children. I think it's very important if you have children to make a decision based on your family needs versus what you want. And then sometimes you can get something that is not where you want it to be at for a few years. Let the equity get up, let your money get up, your income get up, you might get married, things might change, then you come to your ideal town.
Absolutely, I agree with that 110%. You have to stop being emotional. You know, and I think people are too emotional.
Yeah, home buying is business right now.
This is business. It's all business. And I tell people like that all the time. You have to have the mindset of an investor.
Right.
You can't look at it as, I'm the emotional home buyer. I want to live in Long Island because my friends live in Long Island.
Yeah.
And
that tax bill hit you.
That tax bill hit you.
Yeah.
Now you're like, I can't afford this.
Right.
Like, well, we try to tell you, don't go out here.
And don't buy a house that you can't afford. I see a lot of people that buy a house and they can't afford it and they're living house broke. They cannot get their hair done no more because they bought a house. They can't go out to eat because they bought a house. They're going to work with the hungry breath, eating toast sandwiches.
With the hungry breath.
Yeah. Like, don't do it. It's not worth it. You know what I'm saying? It's just not worth it.
Word, the hungry breath.
Yeah.
You ain't lying about that.
They
People
be
are
hungry.
starving because they're trying to keep up with the Joneses.
And be like, oh, I want a house. If it's that bad, don't buy the house.
Yeah, don't buy the house because it's not worth it.
Not worth it.
What I tell people all the time too, right? If you're not, let's just say you can't find what you want and you're stuck on that neighborhood.
Right.
Don't just continue to rent. Go buy a multifamily. Live in that multifamily You can stay in it for 1 year, and then you can move out of it and now rent out your unit, and now you have an asset that's fully paying for itself, and now you create yourself passive
I tell
income.
people that too, and even the condos sometimes, you know, like in East New York, we have like these condos, they call it Meadowland or Meadowbrook or whatever, but we call it Fairfield because we're from the East New York, I'm from the East New York area.
Brooklyn
and
house.
they're in like 300 some change, you know, for a condo. And I tell people that got approved for that 400,000, 300,000, I'm like, go buy the condo, because by the time 2 years pass on, or whatever the case may be, the house out here is going to be almost $1 million. People are going to be dying to pay $600,000 for a condo, $500,000 for a condo. And now you done got yourself a house that you bought, well, a condo that you bought for 3 something is going to be now worth 5 something. You could take that asset and go buy something else.
So now you can pull out an equity line of credit.
Exactly.
Now you can keep that asset, have a tenant move in there, pay top dollar for your rent. Now you're still using the equity, and now you can really go buy what you really want it.
That's what I'm saying.
You know, it's all about strategy.
Think business. Think business when buying a home. Think business.
Don't think emotionally. Think strategically.
And he's the money guy, so he can tell you.
Yeah, MG the money guy.
Yes.
You know, I'm here to help you. Tionna's here to help you. So let's get into another subject, right?
Okay.
If you are looking to get into the real estate business, you know, as an investor, right? What goals would you give them, or what? How can I word this? Like, what would you tell someone who wants to be an investor? Like, where should they start?
They should start by saving some money up, because in an investing game, you gotta have some cash on you to first get into the game. For you to go and buy those little cheap little foreclosures, they want cash. They don't want financing. A lot of those companies. I will also say, look out of state. Like, there's a lot of great properties in Pennsylvania. There's a lot of great properties in Delaware. There's a lot of great properties in Oklahoma. Ohio, especially, is on the come up.
Ohio's crazy right now.
It is. A lot of people don't know. It's like a lot of people don't know about that.
I got a couple emails right now with some pro formas with some of these. Like, I got a couple people sending me like 12-unit portfolios.
Yeah.
For
So
like
be ready to travel, and this is for you to see the area, so you can see like what kind of things, because you can't be afraid to go to the area, even though you won't be dealing with the day to day. Remember that when you're buying property, investment property out of town, you're going to be dealing with the property management company. That's the ones that's professional and that really does this game. You don't have time as somebody that's still working in New York City to be going to go fix a pipe for Jimmy because his water broke in his bathroom in Ohio. It's not possible. So you're going to have to hire a property management company. Make sure that you find one that is reputable. Make sure that you call and ask for references and call those references. Speak to people. You know what I mean? So that's what I would say when it comes down to investments, and look for multi-families. 4 and up is when you're in the real money. Don't just look at the one family houses, because then if they're vacant, that's 100% vacancy versus it could have been, you know, 50-50 if you had 2. So I say start out with 2 or more, but if not, if you got the money, get 4. Four units and up.
But see, out there, 4 units,
it's nothing.
It's nothing. Like a 4-unit property out of state may cost you $250K, $300K.
But that's why they have to be open to going out of state. The odds of somebody starting up as an investor in New York City is very low, unless you got some of that, you know, Alpo money in the wall somewhere. You don't got that. It's gonna be hard for you to get in the investment game in New York, and I ain't have that. So I was like,
New York investing, you got to be cut from a different cloth. You
gotta have
your bank account has to be there. And that's why I preach multifamily home buying, because it's an investment. Even if you're going to live in there, you know, I hate when I see online people say if you're going to buy a primary residence, it's not an investment. To me, it is. Listen, you're getting,
because you're buying a 2-family or 3-family.
If you're buying a multifamily, it's rental income. But also, I look at 1-families could be an investment as well. Because listen, at the end of the day, you're still getting tax benefits from it. You're not getting tax benefits from renting.
No.
You know, you're
not getting anything from renting.
You're not getting anything. You can shelter, so I'm not going to say you're not getting anything.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
But you're able to live somewhere. So I'm not going to discount renting 100% because I don't think there's nothing wrong with it. But I think you should have an exit strategy.
I think so too.
But if you're doing a 1-family,
because everybody's not ready for a house.
No,
house is sacrifice. So I'm not definitely not down in renting, because a rental, some people need to rent for the rest of their life too.
100%.
Because
home ownership is not for everyone.
Home ownership is not for everyone.
No.
And if you're not ready, do not do it. Like I said, you don't want to be house poor. It's not fun. It's not a good thing.
You don't want to make mistakes that someone like myself have made and others have made, just jumping out of the window and buying property just because it's the it thing to do. You really have to be mature. You know, and that's first and foremost.
Disciplined.
You have to be disciplined. You know, and you got to understand, it's not easy.
No.
This is hard work to maintain property, to pay your bills every month, because the bills don't care if the government shut down.
Oh yeah,
they don't give
a lot
damn.
of people gonna lose their houses because you know 2 payments.
Yeah,
you lose your house.
Yeah, a lot of people are gonna start going into that foreclosure proceedings because they're living check to check.
Yeah,
you know, and it's very difficult.
And you can't live check to check. I grew up in a house, and I see my parents, and I see how they got down with their money, and they did not live check to check. And I realized that when you have a home, you can't live check to check.
No, you need savings and reserves.
That boiler breakdown, we talking
anything.
about $3,000, $5,000 to fix it. Yeah,
anything happens that you're going to have to be responsible for it. But that's why I promote renovation loans a lot. Right?
Okay, yeah.
Especially here in New York. We all know New York is so overrated when it comes to these homes. You can spend $600,000 on a piece of shit here.
Yeah.
Where you can go to Atlanta and get in a gated community, probably living next to
you'll have a mansion for $600,000.
You'll have a mansion out there, right?
Yeah.
But up here, that's a starter home in most areas, and it needs a lot of work. So what I tell people all the time: listen, go ahead and get the renovation mortgage because it needs work. Don't fall into the matrix of credit card debt.
Yeah, try to fix something.
Because one, that's not tax deductible.
Right.
You're gonna put all this money on your credit card debt. You may start off at 0% interest, but in a year, 18 months, when it runs out, you're at 25% interest.
And they don't play. They want
their money, right? So now your debt to income or your housing expenses now just tripled,
right?
And now you can't afford the house, right? And now you're gonna start missing payments, and then that's gonna affect
so
your credit.
easy to get caught up in the matrix when it comes down to a house.
It's crazy, right?
So that's why we're trying to have these conversations just to enlighten the people and to open your eyes up.
Absolutely.
It's not a game, but when it works, it works.
When it works, it works. It works really well.
Yes.
But the reality of home buying is real. Like a lot of people here on social media, everyone wants to flip a house, everyone wants to invest, and that's all.
Because that's the new it thing now.
That's like the new wave, right? But,
yeah.
And that's cool, right? So everybody has to do what they have to do.
But remember, there's a lot of flips that sit there too.
There's a lot of flips that stay on the market for a year, and now what you're not hearing about is
you gotta pay.
You gotta pay, right? All that hard money lender. Now it's a balloon. Now they want their money. So now you gotta scramble to refinance and get out of that hard money. But you may not be in a position to refinance because your financials are not in order. So it's a lot that comes with investing. There's a lot that comes in buying a home.
And flipping and buying and holding. There's a lot of different ways to invest. So just know that.
There's a lot of different ways to invest, but you just got to be smart and you got to prepare and you got to understand that this shit is not easy and there will be downfalls. But if you can weather the storm, forget about it.
And work with a realtor that you can trust, because a lot of people got the misconception that if I work with a realtor, I have to pay them out of my pocket.
Okay,
that is not the case. When you work with a realtor, the realtor get paid off of the transaction. So you were going to buy that house for $500,000 anyway. The only difference is now you're using a realtor that have your best interest at hand. Well, I hope so if you're hiring the best realtor, like me and Tionna Smalls.
Tionna Smalls, she puts the real in real estate.
I put the real in real estate. So if you ever need someone that you can really trust, and I'm not that real estate agent that's desperate for money that's gonna make you buy whatever that I know you can't afford, or I know you should not buy, but I want you to buy so I can get my commission. That's not how it goes. So I know a lot of realtors got a bad rep, but just remember, once again, ask around who's a great realtor, talk to them, call people up, get like more about them. But remember, it doesn't, most likely it's not going to come out of your pocket unless you're an investor. That's something different. But if you're a regular buyer, the realtor get paid through the transaction. So for free, you're getting this person who's not only going to help you find a property, but it's going to help you through the paperwork and going to help you get to that closing table correctly. Because I'm that agent that you might as well call me the agent, the mortgage lender, everything. I'm going to be like, listen, don't spend a dime. We're everything.
Yeah. So and I speak a lot about it, and I'm going to put more content about it, about building your financial super team. Or AKA the 1%.
I'm building it right now, so
What the 1% does that we don't do, right, is they have this financial super team together that's going to make sure that they protect their assets too. Because listen, once you understand the mechanics of home buying, you can buy as long as you have that money. You can do what you want to do.
Get it.
But here's the thing: what are you doing to protect it?
Yeah.
Do you have the right coverage or life insurance?
Oh. Yeah,
if you're doing joint ventures, are you guys protected?
That's so funny you mentioning the life insurance, because when I wanted to get more into the financial part of it, and they want you to have your life and health license to tell people about the life insurance. Yeah, they want you to cross sell products. And I want to bring up something else too, because now that you brought up the word protection, that word is very important, especially in real estate investing. A lot of times you guys just think, oh, let me just put my name on it, blah, 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 blah. But no, if you're buying that 4-family house, you should get an LLC to protect
100%.
yourself and to protect your personal assets. I'm married, so when I buy my property, and let's say Ray fell off the steps, I don't need Ray suing Tionna Smalls and Gaspar, putting my husband in it. That's affecting my husband's life. That's affecting my son's life.
Absolutely.
You got to get your LLC to protect it yourself and to protect your assets and future assets.
Absolutely, but you got to go deeper than that too, right? You need a CPA.
A real,
You need a CPA or a tax preparer or accountant. Anyone in those three people, those three professionals that can give you a proactive tax plan every single year based off of your goals, right? Because you're out here buying real estate, you're moving and shaking, right? But you don't know what's the true benefit from a tax perspective.
That's true.
Are your business is structured?
But that go back to your team. You know, and I'm building that myself as well, because when you decide that it's time for me to become wealthy now, that's something you realize that the wealthy has that regular people do not have. And that, like you said, is a team that will come together and bust this financial plan out and tell you what can go wrong. Because in real estate, things could go wrong at any time, but you always want to protect yourself. So I'm glad you brought up the life insurance. I think I'm going to get my license now that you brought that up, because they told me to get it.
You need it. Listen, if you're out here offering a service like what you're doing, why not be able to educate the folks? Because listen, you can sell them the house any day of the week, right? But if you speak to anybody, any of your clients, ask them how much coverage do they have. They don't know.
So the coverage will help them, so that if they bought a house that they can't really, let's say the house was like $600,000 and their husband was the main breadwinner in this house or whatever, he just go and have a heart attack at work. You shouldn't have to lose your house. You have that life insurance policy at the right amount. You'll be able to
pay off your mortgage
and pay off your mortgage
and still live a life, depending on how much.
These are things I like that you brought that up though, because that's some real ish that people gotta know is really real. It happens.
It gets deeper than that, though, right? So now the 1% Dream Team. I'm gonna break it down to you real quick, right?
I like it. Go ahead.
So you have the 1% Dream Team. This is what the 1% do that we don't. They have a banker or a loan officer or mortgage broker, because if you're buying property, it's OPM.
So money.
So you need a money guy like MG.
The money guy.
The money guy right here that can help you structure these deals properly, so that way you're not paying a lot out of your pocket, right? You need a kick-ass realtor like Tionna Smalls.
Tionna Smalls.
Right? So that she's going to help you negotiate. She's going to help you find off-market properties.
Off-market is important.
Not everything's on Zillow or Trulia or all these sites. There's no disrespect to these sites, but not everything is there.
Not everything is there. And not everything is accurate that's on there.
And not everything is accurate, and that's most importantly, right? So you need that. You need the CPA. We went into that. The CPA is going to protect you from a tax perspective. Make sure your business is structured properly.
I'm going to find me a good one, too.
I have one for you. No worries. I'll refer you one. And then you need a financial planner.
Somebody that can look at those financial statements. Investment, you need to look at that.
Somebody can look at your financial statements, but also someone who can now help you make money in your sleep.
That's all you got to do.
You know what I'm saying? Because real estate is great. It's a great investment, but you also need to diversify your portfolio.
Yes, even with the real estate that you already have.
Even with the real estate that you have. So now what are you doing? What are you investing in? Most people who work jobs, we have 401ks, right? But most people don't even know how those 401ks are invested.
Yeah, and they don't even know, some of them don't even know that if they get fired, you know, the money that the company matched, not yours anymore, right?
If you vest it, it's yours.
If you're vested.
But sometimes you're not vested, and that's a whole different topic. We're not going to go into. But that's why you need a financial advisor, someone who can educate you on why. Because people always say, "I'm not looking at it because it's losing money." Well, why? You know, you're not taking the time.
That's what I was doing. Learning. That's what I'm doing currently. Is up there going into more of that financial market. And then the bank wanted me to work with them, and it was too much. Like for me, like the requirements. But I think I'm going to do it independently. So,
even if you don't do it to get licensed, it's about just having the education.
I need the education.
Because I'm not licensed in any of these fields, but I spend time on learning them just because I can have these type of conversations. Because too many times in our communities, our people just think about home ownership as the end all be all.
No.
Which is great. It is, right? It's great, but it's deeper than that. If you really want to accumulate wealth, and wealth can be whatever you determine it is.
Whatever you determine it is.
Whatever your life you want to be, if you want to make millions or high six figures or whatever it is.
That's why it's good to have these conversations, and it's good to have open dialogue, because a lot of times people don't know how smart you are in a certain topic or how vested you are. Like when I decided to be a real estate agent, I that really learned the game, been on the field, go out and look at off-market properties, go out and look at new constructions, and find ways that I can make it easier for my client. And because I think that's what the point of you having an agent is for.
Absolutely.
To make your life easier.
To make your life easier, but you're part of the team.
Yes.
You know, you're
a big part
of the team. Big part of the team if your goal is to acquire real estate.
Right.
Right? You need a kick-ass realtor that is connected not just in maybe one state.
Right.
Maybe they're connected in these areas, in these different states, because they have their ear to the ground to get those investment opportunities.
Exactly.
So you can't discount, you know, don't be cheap. Don't discount that, oh, I don't want to pay a realtor. No, you need to pay a realtor because you get what you pay for.
Remember, it comes out of the transaction.
It comes out of the transaction. Yes. It's not like you're going to give her 4% out of your pocket before you start looking at a property. Or any realtor for that matter, right?
Right, exactly.
It pays out of the transaction, so it's worth having someone on your team that you can call. And you may have questions, you may not be getting the information. You're a professional. You do this for a living.
A professional, licensed professional at that. I mean,
that has to do continuing education.
Yes, we have to do continuing education every 2 years. And that's another thing. A lot of people are becoming realtors because it's the in thing right now. But they don't know how much work and things and training comes with it in order for you to stay up on the market.
Yeah, it's a lot of work that you guys go through.
And I love it. You know, I did it because I love it. And I love to help people find homes, and I love homes, period. I go by myself sometimes just to look at stuff before even.
But because you're in a relationship with it.
Yeah, I do.
You know
I love it. Yeah.
And you have to be in a relationship with your goals.
That's
true.
No
matter what it is, you got to live it, eat it, breathe it. Like I tell investors all the time, listen, you may not be where you want to be.
Right.
But go make an offer on something.
Go to the sheriff sale, find some stuff.
Just go see.
Just to go see it. Just to sit there. Just to go sit there and see how you're bidding and what comes with bidding. And, you know, there's so many ways now to educate yourself. It's ridiculous.
So many ways to educate yourself.
The time is now if you want to get into real estate.
Yeah.
The time is now while they're giving out all the information. Because let me tell you something, they're making it harder.
Yeah, they're definitely going to make it harder.
The requirements is going to get crazy. It's about to get crazy soon.
Listen, there's a shift that's happening in the marketplace.
It's a market shift, definitely.
And people need to understand there has to be urgency when you're dealing with these things, because you can't sit back and wait and say, oh, you know what, next year or the year after. Because you don't know. Listen, the market don't give a damn about your plans. The market moves according to what the market wants to do.
Yes,
you know,
I agree.
So we just have to ride the wave and get in where we fit in, so to speak. And learn, make your mistakes, learn from your mistakes. But continue to keep pushing at it. Don't get discouraged. Just keep moving forward.
Just keep moving forward. I agree with that totally. Just keep moving forward. And if you know that home ownership is your goal, just act accordingly. Save your money. Get serious. You can't go out to drink your Hennessy every weekend and smoke hookah. You got to go out there and focus so that you can be
there was a meme going around that was like the cost of getting lit. And it was breaking down like how much you're spending on hookah, Hennessy, you know, shoes and everything like that. And 1 year, it could be down payment and closing costs.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So like you just got to make wise decisions and figure out what's your goal. But let me circle back to the 1% team real quick, right?
Okay.
So you need an attorney.
Oh yeah, definitely. Especially in New York City real estate, you need an attorney. New York
City real estate, you need an attorney, but you need not just for real estate. You need for estate planning also. We don't have wills. We don't have any trust set up.
That's a problem.
When we acquiring these properties, right? We just think, okay, when I die, you know, my husband will take care of it, or it's going to automatically go to my children. But what you don't realize, if your children are grown and if they fall out or whatever the case may be, because that's life, siblings sometimes don't get along when they get adults, right?
Right.
Now they're fighting over your estate. You know,
I see that all the time.
That happens all the time.
Yeah.
And you even have celebrities that passed away. I think Aretha Franklin was one. She had no estate or something like that. And I don't know if I'm right about that, but I know there's.
Yeah, I heard she didn't have a will.
But that's what I'm saying.
That's crazy.
And this woman was a global superstar. Had millions of dollars.
And don't have a will.
But don't have a will. Don't have no type of estate.
I think it's also the lack of financial literacy in our community. Agreed. You know what I mean? And that's why people need to be listening to you every week when you put these things out.
Absolutely.
Because this is a lot of game for free.
It's free game. And
game.
And that's what I do it. And then an insurance agent, like we spoke about insurance. Like you need insurance. You need to cover yourself. You need to have the proper insurance. You know, there's insurance policies out there that generate cash value. where you're able to now borrow from that, and you can use that to buy real estate or pay for college.
That's true. There's a lot of ways now to get to that next level.
So my message to everybody is focus on building your 1% dream team.
I like that tip.
You need that in your life, because you have to start thinking like the 1% things. You know, these people make money. They need to protect their money.
Yeah.
And we just think just buying houses is it.
And I ain't just.
But we need to have a deeper conversation with our audiences.
I like that, and I can't wait till I finish my further studies. After I finish some other tests I have to take, I have to really get on my insurance game next.
Yeah. I mean, listen, do what you got to do, because I'm telling you, it will help grow your career like tenfold. Like, I don't have my insurance license. It's like a conflict being on the wrong side, but I wish I could, because I would sell policies of everybody. But that's why I have my team in place.
That you could just
refer
to.
I refer my team, and I ask them questions, because I'm buying stuff myself. I want to continue to grow my career as an investor and continue to buy more stuff. So I need to know what I'm doing. You know, I have a meeting tomorrow with a CPA. You know, just to talk about
just building your stuff. That's good.
Because I need to know. And for me, it's about being prepared. You don't want to wait until
you need one.
You need one.
Right.
You need to know what it is prior to, so that way you know you're not making emotional decisions. You're not feeling overwhelmed. You're already prepared. Prior preparation prevents piss poor management.
I hear that. Well, there you have it, people.
There you have it, people. So I'm gonna end on that note. Prior preparation prevents piss poor management. I'm MG, the money guy. This is
Tionna Smalls. And let me just first of all say, if you're looking to buy, sell, lease, or invest, make sure you hit me up, okay? I'm Tionna Smalls. I am an agent with Keller Williams Realty Empire, the only Keller Williams in Brooklyn. And you can reach me at tsmalls@kw.com.
All right, that's it. Stay tuned for the next episode of Chopping Up with MG, coming soon. Peace.
Peace.